Hello everybody and welcome to the table. Today we're taking a look at a brand new donut knife that I just purchased, and this one was actually a pre-order. So here we have, wait a minute, this isn't the right donut knife. No, not this donut knife. So right here we have a donut knife with some nice G10, wait, no, not this donut knife either. Hold on. This one right here, some beautiful blue color. No, it's not this not this one. No, not this donut knife either. All right, let me look. We are going to look at the Salem from Crispy Donut Community. So this is the right one right here. So what we have here is yet another donut knife. And of course, I mean that in the most positive way possible. So let's check out this beautiful frame lock from Crispy Donut Community. And we can check out the card that came with it because, of course, the materials are all listed right here. The Salem first run S35VN blade steel. We have G10 and titanium handles and titanium hardware. So however delicious they may look, Salem's are not for human consumption. Thank you for the warning. And a lot to read there, so you can pause and read that if you'd like to. Just basically saying don't be stupid with your knife. So I like the card that came with the knife. This was a pre-order, so I bought this with my own money. This was not provided to me. This is a run-of-the-mill knife that was sent out just like all the others. And that being said, the knife itself is not run-of-the-mill. I really do like the donut theming. You know, the year 2023, this is truly the year of the donut. So many donut knives that it's hard to pick which ones to purchase. So the Salem right here is very robust, and that's one of the reasons why I chose to purchase this one from Crispy Donut Community. Just because, of course, we get a titanium frame lock, super thick and heavy. Even though it's not a heavyweight knife, it is heavily built, I guess I should say. But let's take a look at the blade first. So right there, we have basically a spear point blade, but look at the grinds. Very interesting design. So spear shape, and we have this nice swedge along the top there. So check out those sides. And we also have this run of quasi-jimping up here on the swedge, and you can see how thin it gets there. So it's not really jimping, probably more decorative, because we can see that same jimping theme along the length of the knife. So kind of a cool, just more of a decorative touch than anything. But along with that swedge, we can see this other grind right here near the tip. And again, does it help cutting performance? Who knows, but does it look cool? Absolutely. And this blade steel, like I said, S35VN. So we have a premium blade steel with this nice, it's like a bead blasted finish. So it looks good to me. And of course, the Crispy Donut Community logo up here on this side and the steel marking on the reverse. That is all the text we have on this knife. So very simple design. And that's one of the things that really drew me to it, because even though we have the blingy donuts, the sprinkles here, the square shape is just something classic about it. You know, it's hand filling. There's something very satisfying about the shape and the look of the knife. Even if it was more plain with the blade, they didn't need to have all the fancy grinds and markings and stuff like that. I still think the knife would be a looker. And so this is a flipper design, of course, and it's going to run on bearings. So the action, of course, very fidgety. Absolutely a fidgeter's dream, like most knives are that run on bearings. So looking good. You can see the centering right there is perfection, and I would expect no less. So we have centering there. Lock up on that titanium frame lock. Looks nice and secure. And of course, we got the steel lock bar insert there. And talking about inside the knife, look in there, we see some milling out on these titanium handles. So on both sides, even the lock side has some milling out inside the handle, and that of course is for that tiny little bit of extra weight reduction. So even though this is a fairly robust frame lock knife, it comes in at less than 4 ounces. So that's pretty remarkable for a knife of this chunkiness, of this girth. That's not necessarily a bad thing, even though it might sound that way. This is a pretty robust design. I prefer the word robust. To me, that's more of a positive term, but that's a good thing. So the knife looks good. It feels very heavy duty. I don't know how many people are necessarily going to take their donut knife out and beat on it relentlessly, but you certainly could with this knife, and I think it would handle it just fine. So we have a titanium sculpted pocket clip. Very well done. And the reason why I say that is you can see all of this clearance here. Look at how much space is between the clip and the handle. So you can have super thick jeans. This will slide in and it's not going to bind up. It's not going to be impossible to pull out. It has just the right amount of tension on the clip to make it really easy in and out of pocket. And so it's not deep carry, but that's actually kind of a nice thing. It gives you a good amount of grip to hold on to as you're pulling the knife out of pocket. So that to me is a very good thing. So the pocket clip is a win in my book. So nice titanium clip there. Looks very classy for a knife of this price point. And we of course have this very generous lanyard hole right there. So you can certainly fit full-size paracord in there if you wanted to put a lanyard in, and get something like your donut bead, on display to match. You can certainly do that too. Don't ask me where I got this thing. I totally forgot. Was it from Crispy Donut Community? Maybe not. I totally forget. But again, nice flipper design. We have jimping along the flipper, so it makes it very easy to actuate. Yet to have any issue with that. We also have these dual thumb studs. So if you prefer to open it with the thumb studs, that is obviously going to be an option for you as well. So 2 different opening methods. That is very nice. In terms of blade play, is there blade play? I predict no, and of course, absolutely not. Rock solid design, rock solid knife. Of course, the blade is super sharp right from the factory. And speaking of factories, this knife was OEM'd or made for Crispy Donut Community by none other than Kubi. But either way, I do, like I've mentioned in every video that I've made with these type of knives, I love this G10 variant with the pink and the blue. Feels very good in hand. It still gives you some real grip, so the knife doesn't necessarily have to be just for looks. That real grip you get right there will help you in using the knife. The package came with this really nice cleaning cloth, of course, so that'll help you keep your blade clean. Absolutely nice to look at. But really, make some quick comparisons because, of course, we saw some other fancy donut knives on the table, so let's make room for them. So also from Crispy Donut Community, we have the Hansen here. And so again, that same lovely G10, where I think they kind of missed with the Hansen. I'm not really a fan of the black. In my opinion, the blacked out colors don't really match what, a typical donut knife. We should see at the very least something like this, like a stonewash or a bead blast. I think that does fit in better with the overall theming. But what, of course, I think fits in best with the donut theming is right here from Kubi. We have this bright blue blade. So let's put that there. This is the Kubi Vagrant. Also available in regular colorations, but why am I going to show that on this video? Answer is I'm not, because this is a donut themed video. So we have the Hansen, the Salem, the Vagrant, and one more for good measure. These are the only ones I could find right now. This is the Wee Banter. So one of Ben Peterson's designs, just a printed on texture. So that's going to be significantly more subject to wear and tear. And this is a G10 with that colored print on it. So we can put that down for comparison as well. And I suppose this isn't really a great comparison because all you see is the titanium side. So let's flip these bad boys over and you can check them out facing the camera. So look at those beautiful scales. And so, again, I'm personally am a fan of donut knives. I think it's just a way for the knife community to poke some fun at themselves and get some nice color in your pockets. So these are definitely the definition of some pocket jewelry. And the Salem is kind of the crown jewel in this particular collection because it is very high-end, but also has a little bit of humor to it. So very solid knife, very usable and capable knife. So no issues with that. And before we're done, we can do a quick size measurement so you can get an idea of what you have in hand here. Because it looks big, but it's really not a gigantic knife. So let's pull out the ruler. So holding up that blade against the ruler, we can see we have a cutting edge about 3¼ inches. Close to 3½ inches overall from tip to handle. And overall length of the knife is coming in pretty much right at 7½ inches. So it is not a super heavy knife or not a super large knife, but for average size hands, it fits. I can fit all my hand onto the handle, get my fingers on the jimping, and boom, you have a very comfortable knife to use. So this is certainly a cool one. Literally just arrived today, so these are my first impressions. And again, I paid for this with my own money. And this was their pre-order that we ordered back in April, May or so. And I just wanted to kind of share it off, make some quick comparisons between the donut knife family. So feel free to ask any questions if you have those. Just wanted to share. And if you all enjoyed watching, feel free to leave a comment below. Hope you all have a nice day, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.